New York, 1887, in a shabby boarding house, a young woman stands before a mirror all night long, practicing how to look insane. Her eyes lose focus. She stares into empty air. She lets out sudden screams. She is not an aspiring actress. She is a journalist. Her name is Nellie Bly, and right now she is rehearsing for a descent into hell, a place from which no one was believed to return alive. Blackwell's Island Asylum. This is the story of a reporter who wore the mask of madness to walk straight into the heart of the truth. New York, 1887. At the time, Nellie Bly was treated like a ghost inside her own newsroom. Editors told her, "What business does a woman have writing social issues? Write about flowers, fashion, cooking." It was an era when female reporters were expected to cover only trivial things. But Nellie refused. "I want to write the truth," she said. "The darkest truth, the kind no one wants to see." In the late 1800s, mental asylums were sealed worlds. No one knew how patients were treated, how much they suffered, or perhaps no one wanted to know. Nellie Bly understood something crucial. Questions asked from the outside could never open those doors. So she made the most dangerous choice possible. She would pretend to be insane. She practiced in front of the mirror, letting her gaze drift, stumbling over words, giving herself the face of someone who had not slept for days. Then she knocked on the door. Doctors asked questions. She did not answer, or she answered only with nonsense. The diagnosis came quickly: mentally unfit, and just like that, Nellie Bly was admitted to Blackwell's Island Asylum. The sound of doors closing, metal locks snapping shut. In that moment, she was no longer a journalist. She was a patient. The moment the doors closed, Nellie realized something terrifying. There was no treatment inside, no warmth, no understanding. Patients were washed in icy water, fed spoiled food, forced into silence. They were restrained, ignored, verbally abused. But the most horrifying truth was this: even if you were perfectly sane, once inside, there was no clear way out. Day by day, Nellie recorded everything, with her eyes, with her ears, and with her body. Once a woman was labeled crazy. No matter how true her words were, they became mad talk. Fear consumed her. What if I never get out? What if I truly lose my mind? But she did not break. Instead, she recorded. She realized that most of the women there were not mentally ill at all. They were immigrants who did not speak English. Poor women with no money or protection. The discarded, the powerless. They had been branded as insane and abandoned. I have to become their voice. Fear transformed into purpose. Each night, under a thin blanket, she carved every horror into her memory. After 10 days of terror and silence, with the help of her newspaper, Nellie Bly was finally released. 10 days. Then she picked up her pen. Her writing was not gentle. It was not beautiful. It was precise, cold, unflinchingly factual. The article was titled, "10 Days in a Madhouse." The public was shocked and furious. The truth she unleashed was stronger than any weapon. As a result of her investigation, the asylum's budget was increased by $1 million. Abusive nurses were fired, and women who had been wrongfully confined were released. Nellie Bly later said, I was not brave. I simply looked where no one else would. From that day on, journalism changed. A reporter did not have to be just an observer. A reporter could be a witness. Some people ask, why go that far? Perhaps because, at that time, someone was desperately waiting for another person to go mad for them. If you do not break the silence, that silence will continue to imprison someone. Nellie Bly.